Hello everyone, I am Razorblade Mango, and I am here to talk about, I was originally going to make two videos. One of them talking about my impressions of Sunset Overdrive, because I got to have some hands-on game time with it. And the second one was going to be like my impressions video also of the new PlayStation 2.0 update. And rather than, but because so much new information has come up about certain things that I care about, I wanted to make a video condensing it all into one little nice, neat little package. So there's also, I'm going to be talking about like the big Marvel news. I'm going to be talking about some Destiny news, and also like I said, I'm also going to talk about Sunset Overdrive. I'm talking about PlayStation update. So I don't even know where to start first. So, well, I guess let me start with this while it's on. It's the first tab that I have up. Yesterday, Marvel held like a big press conference at the I think it was the El Capitan Theater in LA, where they basically announced their big film slate throughout between 2016 and 2019. So, and this is huge. I mean, it's a big announcement. They've confirmed a lot of games that people have really wanted to see, have been begging for a long time now. So yes, we finally have confirmation that there is indeed a Black Panther movie. Actually, let's go down with the whole list. There's Captain America 3, which has the subtitle Civil War. There's Thor 3, which is Ragnarok. There's Doctor Strange. There's Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Inhumans, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Avengers Infinity War, Part 1 and Part 2. But the thing that caught my eye the most in all of this, two things. One, is Inhumans, which is a really, I've never read the comics books before, but I know of them, which is one of those Marvel franchises that is so like considered low tier. It's like one of the C, not exactly C grade, but it's definitely not on like the same, worldwide exposure level as like, of course, like Spider-Man and Iron Man and the Hulk. But this will I think this kind of, revitalizing like their more low established franchises is a way of like they're showing that they have confidence in their properties. Now after Guardians of the Galaxy, because that was such an enormous success and a really good, really fun movie, they're trying new things now. They're trying to go like, and there's one of the biggest criticisms of Marvel's movies, which I do agree with to some extent. Almost all of their movies have been about these white dudes, these big white dudes fighting each other, big white dudes conquering all these other things. So we're finally gonna get movies with different kind of heroes. We're going to get a black character, of course, with Black Panther. We're going to get a woman with Captain Marvel. They just confirmed that they're going to do the female Captain Marvel. And we're also going to get more characters like in the Inhumans. So this is a really good step in the right direction. And also for this Phase 3, it's also the riskiest phase they're doing, because there's a lot of these movies that really need to establish, really keep up with the continuity that they've set up in past movies. So it's going to be a bit tricky juggling all of this, especially when they're bringing in a ton of new franchises, if they are going to continue on to like Phase 4, which they most likely will, considering a lot of these are going to be successful. Or let's be clear, all of them are going to be successful because they're Marvel and they make buttloads of money every time they release one of these things. I think the only one I didn't really like all that much, like the only two I can think of these movies that I didn't like were Iron Man 2 and Thor 2. So I am excited. The one I'm most excited for, honestly, is Doctor Strange and Civil War, because I really like the Civil War series in the comics, And Doctor Strange has my boy Benedict Cumberbatch in it, who I fucking think is awesome. I love that guy, man. That guy is such a terrific actor. He's proven that he has such a wide versatility. So it will definitely be interesting seeing him in a Marvel movie, and as Doctor Strange. So that will be. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not really all that crazy about Thor 3 because I'm still kind of like meh about like Thor 2. I really didn't like Thor 2 all that much. So seeing like a Thor 3, especially if they bring back like Natalie Portman and Kat Dennings, it's like, ugh, I don't know if I want to see that, honestly. But Inhumans will be interesting. Captain Marvel will be really good. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I'm not sure. I mean, I really liked the first one, but they need to fix the action, because I thought the action in the first one was really bland and unmemorable. Besides, like, one or two moments, it was the comedy that sold me on the last one, because as, like, a pure comedic film, Guardians of the Galaxy is excellent. It's truly, like top of its class material, but because everything else about the movie was just ranged from just okay to straight out just boring and stupid, I thought it dragged the movie down. So I'm hoping, what is that guy's name? James Gunn can actually make like a great action movie with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because really, besides Iron Man, the first Iron Man, and some parts in Captain America 2, and the ending of the Avengers, none of these movies have had any like really memorable action scenes. Like, honestly, I besides like some of the fights in Iron Man and the ending of the Avengers, and like I think the opening scene of Captain America 2, none of these movies have action scenes that are really memorable. I mean, I hope that changes with like Age of Ultron and the and Ant-Man coming out. That's another thing. I'm not really all that impressed with any of the villains in these franchises. I really didn't like. I don't like a lot of these villains. I mean, the only villains that I really liked was Jeff Bridges in Iron Man 1 and Loki. And that's it. I mean, I see a lot of potential with Ultron, because I think his presence in the trailer is really creepy and awesome. And he's got that really kick-ass little that speech in the movie where he references the Pinocchio song. But I think like a lot of people thought that was just a lame Disney plug. I mean, I don't know about a lot, but some people I talked to about it, they were like, "Oh, using Pinocchio, that's just such a Disney thing to do." But I felt like it worked thematically with who Ultron is, because he really is a puppet. Like, he's Tony Stark's puppet. So seeing him become like being taken off his strings, now he is truly free, and I felt like that worked with the Pinocchio thing going on, which is really cool. So there's that. I really don't have much else to say about it. I just really hope all these movies kick ass. And I am really excited after Captain America 2 this year and Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm really excited for the future of Marvel, and seeing the trailer for Age of Ultron really, really brought my anticipation really high up for that movie. So I'm really interested in what anything Marvel has to offer. Way more than fucking DC. But that's a video for another time. Alright, another thing I want to talk about is the Destiny expansion pass. They officially announced this morning actually, not that long ago, like a few minutes ago, that this is going to be it's going to be released on December 9th, and they actually provided like details as to what is coming out with this thing. Excuse me. So let me read to you what is coming out in this, and here's my reaction to it. So for $20, or like for free, considering that if you bought like the Digital Guardian Edition or the regular Guardian Edition or the Limited Edition, you're gonna get there's a new character available in the tower named Eris, and she's going to give you 3 new story missions. There's going to be new armor and weapons, including legendaries and exotics. There's going to be 5 additional bounty slots. The maximum light level is going to be raised to 32. There's also 3 new competitive multiplayer maps, Pantheon, Skyshock, which is a pretty cool name, and the Cauldron. And there's also going to be a 4th co-op strike called the Undying Mind, and it's going to be available exclusively on PS3 and PS4 until fall 2015. Okay, here's why I think this is kind of shitty. One, we're going to have to pay to get a level cap up, which I think is ridiculous. Unless it's like attached to like this enormous expansion like they did with Fallout. I think it was Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas that did this, where they raised the cap level by like 10 levels. But that was attached to like big meaty hunk of DLC, which I don't mind. But the fact that it's attached to this, it's like, I feel like that could have been patched in for free, and that would have been fine. But I don't get why we have to pay for a cap level. Alright, number 2. I'm even as a PlayStation guy, I am completely against this whole thing. Also there's also like why I still have it up. There's also another strike coming out. It's available to everyone, called The Will of Crota, and there's going to be another raid called Crota's End. So okay, so that's one strike that's going to be available to everybody, and one strike that's going to be available to PlayStation 4 and PS3 only. Here's why I have a problem with this, and having this exclusive content in there. I don't mind, like, when at release, you have, like, small bits of DLC at release being exclusive to a certain platform. You know, as kind of, would be irritating as that trend is, I don't mind it, honestly, because it does provide, you know, some measly competitive edge. But having exclusive DLC, because they're paying the same price, they're actually, it's more expensive. It's actually more expensive than ours, because Microsoft charges tax on the DLC. So they're actually, Xbox guys are paying more for less. That is bullshit. That is so unfair. That is such bullshit that they're paying more money to get less content. That's ridiculous. That decision just boggles my mind as to why they think that is such a good idea. Also, the way they put this as like, oh yes, this new character is going to have, she's going to introduce some new story elements to the game. She has a really scary story to tell about the Hive and their evil intentions. So why wasn't this in the main game? Why is this worth $20 extra? For $20, let's compare some of the other DLCs that we got for $20. Hell, let's compare some of the other DLCs that have been available for $10 that I've gotten this more content. Undead Nightmare. This is like my go-to. Undead Nightmare is my go-to thing for like really excellent DLC, because for $10 you get a completely new game. Basically, you get an entire game worth of story content. $60 worth. You get brand new stuff. You get a bunch of new activities, new kind of horses. You get new townspeople to save. You have new story stuff, new multiplayer stuff, and that was $10. What are you getting for $20 with Destiny? You're getting 3 story quests which are probably going to be really short and are going to be the same thing as in the last campaign stuff, which is Horde mode. Like I said in my last video, I can yell now, thankfully, because no one else is in my house, because fucking Bungie decided to gut the game and go, oh, well, here we go. We're going to sell it to you bit by bit by bit. We're probably going to have this story complete by the time Expansion 20 comes out in 2025, or whatever the fuck, the 10-year deal, 2024. We're going to have a complete game in 2024. And you're going to pay, let's see, let's do the math. So $20. So if we're gonna pay $19.99 to about $20 every like 6 months for a new piece of DLC. So okay, $20 per 6 months. 6 months, 2 6 month periods in a year. So that's $40. You're paying $40 a year for new content. Add in like the 10-year deal. You're paying $465 for a game that probably is going to have less content in it than Grand Theft Auto 5 or fucking Final Fantasy 15, which you pay for anyway. Oh, no, Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. They just announced the new expansion a few days ago, but that seems to have substantially more content than this fucking thing. It's probably going to cost a bit more, but so what? It will be worth the money. Personally, I haven't played Final Fantasy 14. I know nothing about it, but looking at the facts, that has more content in it. This game, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a fucking 2 strikes that you're going to get tired after a while. It's going to be a raid that you're going to get tired after a while. And I just don't, unless there really is some kind of secret weapon that Bungie is planning with this DLC, then I don't get how it's any different than the main game. I don't understand. Oh, also another thing, it's increasing the bounty slots by 5. Why do we have to pay for that? They said this in like the last update where they're like, oh yeah, we're introducing, we're gonna have like stuff coming up that's bounty slots are gonna get amped up, and we're gonna have that, and we assumed it was going to be for free because they talked about it in one of the free weekly updates. Why are we paying for this? Why are we paying for this? That is fucking ridiculous. I don't understand that. It's, to me, I've said enough. I'm just gonna keep babbling about how fucked up this, and I have other stuff to talk about. I'm just saying, like, you Xbox guys should be fucking angry. You guys are paying more for less. So, good job, Sony. Really nice job there. Or not Sony. Yeah, Sony too. Good job, Bungie. Good job, Activision. For fucking over. Like, you keep saying that, oh yeah, we're not ignoring the Xbox guys. You know, we are getting your guys' content. But the fact is, more for less is what's going on here with this Dark Below expansion pass. I'm not going to be picking this up. I'm probably going to be getting rid of Destiny soon, because I just don't understand. If this is going to keep going, then there's no reason for me to hang on to it. Especially when fucking Kingdom Hearts is going to be out by the time this fucking thing comes out. I'm going to be too busy with Far Cry 4 and Kingdom Hearts to really give a shit about this. And then we move on to the next year. When's the next shitty expansion going to come out? Is it going to come out around the time that Witcher 3 is going to be out? Or Bloodborne? Or Final Fantasy Type 0? Or Mortal Kombat X? Or Batman Arkham Knight? Why the fuck should I care about this bare bones expansion where there's going to be lots of games coming out in 2015 that I actually give a shit about? That I'm willing to spend my money on? Why? Why? Why is this considered substantial content? This is not substantial content. It's fucking bullshit. It's a fucking bare bones expansion for $20. I can buy multiple excellent games for $20 if I find the right bargain bin. But no, we're paying $20 to get stuff that shouldn't have been for free, and for missions that are probably going to be the same shit as before. So you have now spent, if you bought the season pass, you've now spent around $100 on a game that you probably already traded in, or probably don't want to trade in, because you're stuck with the season pass now, so you're like, fuck it, I might as well. But you're not happy with it, so you just get more miserable, and then you realize that's the same bullshit as before. Fuck this shit. Shame on you, Bungie and Activision. Shame on you. Alright. Okay. Let's move on to something more positive. Okay. I got some hands-on time with Sunset Overdrive, and I actually liked it. I thought it was a really cool little game. I do have impressions about it. The first thing I noticed is the first thing you can't help but notice about Sunset Overdrive is the visual look, which is designed to be like this stark contrast to a lot of the stuff that Sony is releasing. And keep in mind, like, just a reminder, it's an Xbox One exclusive. This is one of the selling points of the Xbox One. You get Sunset Overdrive, and I think it's it's funny that it's coming from Insomniac, who for many, many years made PlayStation exclusive stuff. So, and it definitely has a Ratchet and Clank feel to it. It's very bright, very colorful. Stark contrast to a lot of like the more dark, grim stuff that PlayStation 4 has been kind of offering, like PT and like Hellblade they've been showing off, and Bloodborne, of course. So this is like a big, haha, we are goofy and punkish and awesome and rockish. So there's that. And it's infectious, and it's actually really funny, and it has a really fun little script. It's constantly funny. I do think it's odd that the main character, like, for both genders, only has one voice, whereas like in Saints Row you can have like multiple different voices for a character. I thought it would have been really cool, like, to have, you know, like, different kind, like a British guy, or a black guy, or an Asian guy, or like get a celebrity, like, I don't know, get somebody cool, and like Nolan North to like do a voice in there as like a making fun of Saints Row kind of thing. But, or like Felicia Day, get Felicia Day to voice one of the female protagonists. She's awesome. So yeah. Also, the combat in the game is really interesting, because while it looks simple, in all the demos that I've seen, I was worried that this combat was just gonna be like so easy to master, where you could just run around and fire everything, kill everything, and it would just be a breeze. There would be absolutely no challenge whatsoever, and it would just be, you know, boring. I was completely wrong. This combat, while it is easy to, you know, pick up, and you can learn the basics rather quickly, it takes a while to master and get used to. Because if you really, like, especially like I've seen in some of the later levels from videos that I've watched, it gets hard. Where there's lots of enemies on screen, big boss battles, you're gonna have to move, constantly move. And it's difficult to master, because you're gonna have to like swing around on these vines, grind on this, jump from there, and you're really gonna have to keep an eye on your surroundings. Be mindful of what's around you that you can use on your opponent, because if you stand still for very long, you die really, really quickly. So I was really impressed with the combat in the game. Now, my biggest, like, I don't want to say gripe, but my biggest concern from what I played is that the story missions are basically like the same generic kind of thing, where it's like, go here, kill that, retrieve this, collect that, come back to me. It's like you're an errand boy. In an open world game, I'm tired of these, like I think Grand Theft Auto 5 and Skyrim are like steps in the right direction, where you don't feel like an errand boy in this open world. You feel like you're actually like contributing something big to it. I didn't get that feeling from Sunset Overdrive. I really felt like, to be fair, I only played for like, I don't know, like an hour, 2 hours. So this is like basic impressions. I hopefully will be getting some more hands-on time with it. It's the same old, go here, kill that, fight a boss occasionally. Just generic and nothing really special. Not bad necessarily, but just lacking in imagination and creativity on that part, on like story structure and mission structure. Stylistically and writing wise, as far as the humor is concerned, is superb. But, and also the weapon design is really awesome. I wish Destiny would take some fucking hints from these guys on how to make memorable weapons. So yeah, that's Sunset Overdrive in a nutshell. It's just bright and colorful and fun and interesting, and I'm hoping to get some more hands-on time with it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is the PlayStation 4 2.0 app. The update that includes some like big requested features, and one big touted feature, of course, is share play. There's the YouTube app. There's the ability to add themes. There's the changing of the color flow. There's enhancements to stability. There's voice commands now that you don't need the PlayStation camera for. And I've been toying around with it for a very long time now, and I wanted to get my like impressions / review of it. Let me get the bad out of the way. The YouTube app sucks, and even at the time of this recording, no one can fucking sign in. That means no one is able to access the age-restricted content, the age-restricted videos. No one is able to like actually upload videos to YouTube. No one is able to see their like subscriptions and everything. So I can't go on there and watch like Mortal Kombat X's Quan Chi reveal trailer, which I love watching. So that really is a bummer. And also I don't get why this app was not initially released, because it doesn't feel like it was built from the ground up and optimized for the PlayStation 4. It feels like they just took the same app from the PS3 that includes laggy video, no high definition support, the same crap search engine, and just added maybe some made it look shinier and changed the layout just a little bit, and they just slapped it onto the PS4. It did not feel like a new app. It felt like just the same crap as the PS3. So I was really disappointed with that. When I went, the first thing I watched on this thing was the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, the reveal trailer, and it looked fucking terrible on my TV. Because there's no high definition option. It's like you're stretching a standard definition from like a small screen to a large screen like I have, and it looked like crap. And it was all buggy and stuttery and just lagged a lot. So I was really pissed off when I discovered that. That was so disappointing. I don't understand why that took a whole year to come out with that. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Also, I'm not like the rest mode in it. I've been hearing problems about the rest mode, where it basically won't come out of rest mode. You try to come it out. So if you haven't been putting your console at rest mode yet until they release another patch to fix this, don't put your console to rest mode. No matter what you do, don't do it. Just until they fix it, don't do it. But some of the good stuff, I really like the voice commands in this, and it's not like Kinect, where it's like you can walk into a room and say PlayStation on. It won't do that even on rest mode, because it's not actively listening for your commands, which is good. Which is one of the things I was concerned about And then I discovered that it doesn't listen to you even while it's off, which I think is good. So that definitely erases a lot of privacy issues I might potentially have with that. Also, SharePlay is excellent. I love this feature, and I was really surprised that it works as well as it does. It feels like a genuine next-gen feature where you can say a game like Towerfall, which I think is the best game on the PlayStation 4 right now, which says a lot about the PlayStation 4 lineup. Yeah, an Ouya exclusive. It's the best game on the PS4. Say I want to play Towerfall. It doesn't include an online mode because it encourages local co-op play, which I highly support, and I think more companies should do that. So this gives gamers the option to play games that would be co-op only, like local co-op only, like an online game. But the one catch is that they're hour-long sessions, but it's an unlimited amount of hour-long sessions. So you could potentially play a whole game for free if you wanted to. If your friend wanted to actually sit here and play it with you and watch you play it, you can do that. I mean, and it could work. And keep in mind, you have to have a really, I imagine you'd have to have a really nice, stable internet connection to make this work. But thankfully I do. The people I've tested this out with do. And also it depends on the servers, of course. But it works. I tried out Towerfall. I tried out Injustice. I tried out, Evil Within. All three worked really, really well. So I was really impressed with that. I'm really excited to see some of the extra features they might bring to this. Also the themes. While I am a little disappointed there aren't more themes available at launch, I really like basics. I like the 5 that they've introduced for free. There's like a rectangular one. There's a cartoonish one that's like a sailing ship. There's a red spiral one, and there's two. There's one for Destiny, and there's one for Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty. My favorite out of the 5 is the red spiral one because you could potentially it could get distracting sometimes in the background because things constantly move in the background now, and there's music. Because of the red spiral, it subtly turns in the background. Because it's a darkish red color, it makes everything crystal clear. You can properly see everything, every label. The music is also really cool. The menu music wasn't all that crazy about the rectangular one. While I do like the visual design in the background, it makes everything really hard to see. The sailing ship one, I just didn't really care for because I thought there was too much motion in the background. The Destiny one is good. And the only reason I'm not using that one is because the menu music, I've heard that so many times, and it's the same menu music from the game, that I just don't want to hear it. The Advanced Warfare one, it's okay. It's alright. Just because I'm not really a big Call of Duty guy, I probably just wouldn't use it. But I downloaded all 5 because they're free, so why not? But I'm really excited to see which ones they're releasing, which ones more they're gonna release. Also excited to see if the community is able to create custom themes and we could download them from the web app on the PS4 like the PlayStation 3. That's how I've gotten some of my favorite themes. One of my all-time favorite PlayStation 3, probably my all-time favorite one is this Rainbow Mist theme that was for the PlayStation 3, and I thought it was amazing. I loved having until the dynamic until the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 dynamic theme came out for the PS3. I was using the Rainbow Mist. The Rainbow Mist was fucking awesome. I love that. I'll try to see if I can find the link for that, and I'll post it in the comment section below, the description box below actually. So if you guys have a PS3, definitely check out this. It's really fucking kick-ass. Also, another complaint I have is that there's no green option for, there's no, regular-looking green option for the flow color. Green is my favorite color, so I don't. I just bugged me because I saw red, I saw yellow, I saw white, I saw blue, I saw two kinds of blue, I saw pink even, no green. I mean, that seems like such a basic thing you put in there. I'd like a green flow color, please. Like different kinds of green flow color. I love green. I want green on my flow color. Also, I would, at the time of this broadcasting, I'm not able to post videos on YouTube because of the bullshit error where you're not able to sign into your PlayStation. You're not able to sign into your YouTube account through PlayStation 4. They need to fix that up quick because people are going to get really pissed off. Also, once I'm able to get that up, I'm gonna start doing like gameplay videos of stuff that I'm watching or stuff that I'm not watching, stuff that I'm playing. So you guys will definitely get to see like more of my hands-on kind of stuff where I talk about certain games, like do like walkthroughs, like the first 15 minutes of a game. So there's that. Really not much else I can think about. Yeah, but besides that, like, it does feel smoother. Like, little things, like, you're able to see all your devices that are plugged in the USB that have, like, a charge to them. You're able to see that in one section now, rather than each one, like, popping up and you having to, like, constantly, like, switch and press one. And there's also a really cool thing now where whenever, like, a notification pops up or, like, for, like, a trophy or a message, you don't have to exit out of the game and go to that particular menu. You can just click the PlayStation button and it will automatically bring you to, like, whatever just got popped up, which is really cool. So yeah, that's really all I can think of as far as like the PlayStation 4 update is concerned. I really like it. Of course, like the YouTube, I'm really disappointed by. That needs to be fixed immediately. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys like the news on what's been going on. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you think about any of this news. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good one, guys.